every pony, and welcome to the My Little Pony What Works 10,000 subscriber 2-year anniversary special. In celebration of this momentous event, we're going to celebrate another anniversary, the My Little Pony TV series 30th anniversary. In doing so, let's take a look at the first special, Rescue at Midnight Castle, and see how it holds up. We open up with the ever-catchy theme song that passed down from generation to generation. Yes, it is a lovely place. I can't foresee anything going wrong in this special. Anyways, we meet our characters, and I use the word characters in heavy quotations, as they played during the theme song. There's Twilight, Applejack, Bowtie, really? A young filly named Ember, and Lauren Faust's favorite character, Firefly, played by Sandy Duncan.
Twilight, will I never fly like Firefly and Medley?
No, Ember, not all little ponies can fly.
Well, not unless we have a corporate mandate that changes the physical appearance of a character over time to sell toys, but keep your hopes up, kid.
Ember, you'll grow up to be your own special little pony.
Oh, everybody, quick, come on!
Wait, what? What the? How the? Who the? What the? Why the? What the hell is going on? Okay, so from what I can gather, this monkey gargoyle thing whose lair named Scorpan kidnaps the ponies for Tyrek because he wants to turn them into dragons to pull his chariot. I'll get to that plot point a little later. So Firefly flies off to get help. And what help does she get? A 10-year-old girl named Megan who has a pony herself. And she seems very reluctant to go help.
Me? What can I do?
You're strong.
No, I'm not.
You can fight.
No, I can't.
And you can fly.
I said I could ride, not fly.
Oh, my friends are just gonna love you.
Firefly? You did think out this plan ahead of time, right? I mean, did you think that grabbing some random kid from the other side of the clouds with no combat experience could actually be a detriment to your plan of action? She clearly doesn't want to go and is just a normal girl. I mean, what does she have that Susie down the lane doesn't have?
Relatability to the audience.
Oh, still makes no sense. So while that's going on, Scorpan has locked up 2 ponies that I don't care about as he prepares them for Tyrek.
Listen, Scorpan, can I go with you next time, huh? Can I?
No, Spike.
I can slither really fast, Scorpan, really fast.
Not now, Spike. Not now.
Hi, Charlie Adler. I look forward to hearing you in Tiny Toons. And now we get our villain, Tyrek, played by the narrator from the 80s Transformers cartoon. And I gotta hand it to George Arthur Bloom and Sunbow Entertainment. They made Tyrek very threatening. He has this Dr. Claw vibe where he's hidden in the shadows and keeps his presence a mystery. Even in the shadows, he's someone you don't want to cross, otherwise you lose your head. So, Megan and Firefly return to Ponyland after almost hitting the camera on the way in.
This is Megan, everybody. She's here to help us.
Run, everybody! Run!
Okay, Megan, time to show your stuff. What can you do to defend the ponies against the Stratodons? Wow, 10 seconds until that strategy fell apart. I can see where Rainbow Dash gets her plans of attack from.
We're going to need a carefully thought out plan.
I'm coming, Daring Do! That's not a plan!
Okay, this is a good time as any to talk about the main problem with the special. The pacing is horrendous! No time is spared for character building. It's either a song, explain exposition, or a rushed action scene. The only character building we get in the episode is for Scorpan much later. To give a better example, Xiaolin Showdown's pilot, The Journey of 1,000 Miles, introduced the characters, gave them personality, gave exposition to the show's lore and workings, had well-animated action scenes, and was all in the span of 22 minutes. What the heck's MLP's excuse? So, Megan is saved from falling to her death by Bleeding Gums Murphy here, and he takes off with Ember and another pony I don't care about.
Now, come on. We'll save our friends.
Your friends? You just met the ponies literally 2 minutes ago! Did you even share a line of dialogue with each other? Back at Castle Fu Manchu, it appears Tyrek has all the ponies he needs for the dragon transformation. Unfortunately, he has to release the filly because, well, it would look a little embarrassing if he had a chariot pulled by 3 mature dragons at one Skylander Spyro.
And Scorpan, if by midnight I do not have a 4th pony, ahead will roll.
Jesus.
Back to the ponies, they're off to find someone called Moochik who may have the answer to save the rest of the ponies from their demise. And this is another problem with the special. Exposition, when introduced, should not be just invisible to the audience. Here, they introduce things like the Stratodons, Moochik, later on the Deus Ex Machina and a Locket, and the only ones that seem to know what they are and what they do are the characters in the story. I think that's why they have Megan there representing the audience, just going along with whatever happens, but it still results in the viewer going, huh? In G-Force Pilot, the solution was a mystery to everyone, including the characters we're supposed to be following. Here, because of how poorly paced the special is, exposition just flies by and we move on to the next scene. Speaking of the next scene, while crossing a bridge that has worse maintenance than Walmart, Applejack falls in and Megan dives in to save her from drowning. Wait, is this the scene? The scene that everyone remembers from the special, other than Tyrek unleashing the Rainbow of Darkness? The legends were true. Yes, indeed, folks, we have sea ponies. That one creature from the older generations everyone wants to see. Outside of anthropomorphic cat people, a giant purple blob, and rock and roll zebras, but other than that, nothing. To be fair, the song is actually pretty nice to dance along to. It's definitely a product of its time with the upbeat R&B tune. After the rescue, we finally make it to the mushroom cul-de-sac, where we meet Moochik, played by the late Tony Randall.
Yes, Tyrek's going to force your friends to bring in the night that never ends.
How can he be stopped?
I think the better question is, why does he want to do it? I mean, that's a good question, how do we stop the threat? But motive and necessities are a bigger problem. This is what I was talking about earlier with the dragon plot point. He has a big goal to cast Eternal Night over the land and needs 4 dragons to do so. And with this, I enter Spoonie mode and pick apart this entire scheme. First, if he needs dragons to pull his chariot, why not use the Stratodons that he has dozens of at his disposal? Is it really necessary to transform 4 ponies into dragons when he could just use the magic to transform a couple of birds into dragons? I mean, that's what we see later when the magic of the rainbow in the dark dissipates and the Stratodons turn back into birds. Second, what does he hope to accomplish with casting Eternal Night? In Generation 4, Nightmare Moon was motivated by spite so everyone could appreciate the night forever. Here, Tyrek wants to cast Eternal Night because... evil? This is something why I'm glad I missed the 80s. One-dimensional villains with no motivation for their evil actions. Glad we don't have that now, right? Oh, bite me! So, Moochik tells everyone the only way to stop Tyrek is to steal the Rainbow of Darkness, which gives him his power. Right before he tells them the only thing that could counteract the Rainbow of Darkness is a Rainbow of Light. Except he can't find it.
Somewhere there's a little piece of rainbow. I saved it for a rainy day.
Do we really need another song number? Just had one with the sea ponies not 2 minutes ago. You know what? I'm gonna make a list of all the things that could be happening during this time instead of wasting time with another song.
Wait until you see this piece of rainbow. It's brighter than a peacock's plume. Oh, it's the rainbow! The rainbow of light.
Well, that was a waste. Let's just go to the castle.
There it is. Midnight Castle.
It's only a model.
After calling upon the sea ponies to get into the castle, Scorpion has had enough of Tyrek and frees Ember and Spike from doing any harm to them. Meanwhile, the ponies are sneaking around the halls, hoping to find the Rainbow of Darkness.
We've just gotta keep looking.
You see, Applejack? This is why the fandom sometimes calls you worst pony. It appears Tyrek has won as he turns Applejack into a dragon. But here comes Scorpion bursting in like the Kool-Aid Man to save the girls from Tyrek. And I have to admit, this leads into one hell of a climax as Scorpion tries to stop Tyrek from unleashing Eternal Night.
Come on, Firefly. Hold on, I'm going for the double loop again.
Right, because it worked so well the first time.
No! Guard!
Oh, okay, I'll shut up. Oh no, the Crusher Girls flashbacks. Take it away! Take it away! So, the girls unleash the Rainbow Deus Ex Machina, which overtakes the Rainbow of Darkness, defeating Tyrek. Everything returns to being bright and colorful, Scorpion is revealed to be human, and we all live happily ever after. And what happened to Tyrek? Well, some say he's contemplating life, his existence, and the universe in a never-ending limbo. Somewhere.
Every day I hear and I see eternity. I am frozen in awe of my knowledge of forever.
Oh yeah, I made a Bravest Warriors reference. So that was Rescue at Midnight Castle. Has it held up since it first aired back in 1984? Oh, not in the slightest. Okay, let's talk about some of the good stuff. First, the animation has held up pretty well. While it has that 80s color scheme being flat sometimes, it has a lot of classic or nostalgic value if you're born in that period. Second, the music. It's actually really good. The score actually surprised me with how grand it was during the darker scenes. Now for the bad. The pacing in this special is what kills the story. Because of how rushed the story was, there was no room to develop the protagonist, plot points came as a surprise to the viewer, and there was very little time to relax. If this aired today, it would be one of the lower tiered episodes of the show. I'd give it about 2 stars. If you're curious enough to see what the original generation was like, you can probably find the special on YouTube or Dailymotion for your viewing pleasure. Currently, it's not on DVD, but Shout Factory is probably working on re-releasing the special in the future. In the meantime, I'll be working on my first patron request, and right after that, I'll be working on the second G1 special, Escape from Katrina. And if you like what you see, support me on Patreon to help make the viewing experience better. Until then, I'm the voice of reason, and I'll see you next time. A special thanks goes to NeutralGamesPlays, who's helping out with the editing process.